Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I have a very easy wreath DIY today, and I saw this idea floating around on Facebook. I am part of some Facebook Dollar Tree DIY groups, and I saw this on there probably right before Easter. And I've been wanting to do this, and I want to show you the fake eggs that I have that I thought was really inexpensive. I hate that I didn't get this DIY in before Easter, but I wanted to share with y'all anyways the type of eggs that I did purchase. I know that you can also find these eggs or some similar eggs on like Amazon. I know Hobby Lobby sells them, so I'm sure like some of the craft stores may have the fake eggs as well. But let me show you what all you'll need for this project to do this. So I picked up the 14-inch wreath forms from Dollar Tree, so I have 2 of them. And I also have, these are the eggs that I found that were dyeable. They came from Walmart. They were $1.98 for a dozen. I thought that was a really good deal. And they do look like that. I'm not sure if you can find them online now, but when I saw them, this is the second year now that I've seen these, and I picked these up just to use the eggs just as standard eggs and with my decorations. And when I found them again this year, I picked up like several dozen of them. So I have those, and you will need 12 of them. And then also I have this Spanish moss as well that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. So I'll be using that. And then I also picked up some 8-inch zip ties. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, 8-inch zip ties. These came from Walmart. So I'll be using those. And I also will be putting a bow on it at the end as well. So let's go ahead and get started with this. So I'm going to take one of the wreath forms. I'm going to put it to the side. I don't need that right now. But I'm going to lay this one not the way that you would normally make your wreath like this. I'm going to turn it upside down, and it's going to be like this, and you'll see it comes up, you know, from the edges. And so we're going to lay it down just like this, and I am going to go around with moss, and I'm going to fill this in. So I'm just going to take some pieces of moss. I'm going to lay my moss out, and then I'm going to glue it down. So I do have my hot glue gun here. It does make a big mess. So as you see, I do have some freezer paper that I have down. And so that way it'll be a little bit easier. And then not only that, but the glue. You know, I don't want the glue all over my counter. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab pieces of this. And you can use something else instead of the moss if you find any kind of fake grass. I think that would be pretty. I know that Hobby Lobby, they had their Easter grass that was like in a square piece. I thought about that. I thought that would be real pretty. You probably could use the American moss, although it's a little bit harder to work with. I think that one shreds a little bit more. So, so I just thought that this would be nice to use, and it's real easy. And then afterwards I can take what's left on here and just throw these little pieces away. All right, so I didn't even have to use quite a whole bag of this, so that part was good. So you could get by with one bag from the Dollar Tree. And y'all, I've been using this moss for different projects, especially like around Halloween. Let me see if I can fill in a little bit more here. So I try to keep some of this on hand for different things. Okay, I just need just a little bit more. All right, so now that I have it all laid down here, as you see, I am going to glue it down. I do have my finger protector. So I'm just going to start here, And I'm just gonna run it along the metal pieces of the ring. Sorry y'all about the birds in the background. They're chatting it up back there. So just put it down on there and push it down real good so it adheres to the wreath form. And it's okay that you see the wreath form itself. You'll get the idea. You probably even saw by the thumbnail picture that I had that it's almost going to look like, I mean, you could use chicken wire, but I don't know. This gives us like farmhouse look to it. So if you're into like let me grab another glue stick. If you're into like the farmhouse decor, if you have a farm and you just want like a rustic wreath that's inexpensive, I thought this would be a great little DIY for that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go about all the way around here. Try not to burn myself. And I'm just putting glue on each of these metal pieces and hope that it will adhere on there. And it looks like it is. It looks like it's getting on there. So, all right, so here it is all laid down now. Try not to get it over here by my candle. But it did adhere good. It did try to also stick to the paper, so, but that was another reason why I didn't want to put it on my counters, because I knew that it would be a mess. So now we have the moss down on the wreath form, and as you see, it's good. It's not going anywhere. So y'all, this is super, super, super simple. So what I'm going to do, let me mention this before I get them out. Okay, so you see that there are sections, okay? There's gonna be, I think, 6 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 6 sections, okay? I am going to place 2 eggs in each section like that. So I'm just going to go around here, and because it's dyeable, you see you got the dye packet there. We don't need that. I'm going to just go ahead and lay them all around. Like I said, 2 to each section. And I'm also going to have them going all in the same direction. So while I am placing these on here, let me go ahead and mention this as well, that you could use regular plastic eggs. You could dye those as well. Or you could leave just the colored eggs if you like the look of the colored eggs. I wanted though this piece won't lay down. I wanted the white eggs, so that was the reason why I chose these. But you could go with colored, white, paint them, whatever you have on hand or whichever look you like. All right, so now I have them all going in one direction, as you see here. And now I'm going to glue them directly to the moss. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take a dab of glue, push it right down on there. I'm gonna go all the way around and keep doing the same thing. All right, so now I have them all down on here. Let's see if I can pull this back off. I need to move this candle, y'all. This is not working over here. Okay, so it's sticking to my paper a little bit more, but that's all right. There we go. Okay, so now you see, let me see if I can get in a little bit closer. So now you see how that's done. I think this is so super cute. You can leave it just like this. If you like the look of that, it's no problem, just whichever you prefer. I just like the look, almost like a cage, so to speak. When I saw it online, that you actually place this now right on top of the eggs, and see how that look is. You can add some chicken wire ribbon. I don't have any on hand, but you most certainly can do that as well. Now, the reason why I got the zip ties is because we need to attach them. I chose black. I thought that it would go good with the wreath form being black. So, what I'm going to do is, well, let me mention this, is that, you know, you have the sections that I mentioned. So when you put your top piece on, you know, just like this, you know, just lay it right on top. Make sure that you have it aligned with the other pieces as well for each section. Just make sure it's nicely lined up. I think that's important. So it's going, like I said, to look like this. Oh, I love it. I just think it's so cute. All right, so I'm going to, let me put this hot glue gun over here. I'm going to turn it back over to the other side, and I'm just going to bring it on through, and I'm going to zip tie it, and I'll show you in a minute here how that looks. So as you see, I have it zip tied there along that section, and I am going to do 2 along each, well, 4 total along each section. So I'm going to do 2 along the top and 2 along the bottom. All right, y'all, so I changed it up a little bit as I was trying to work on this. And let me go ahead and mention, I know this one's kind of poking out here. This is what I decided to do because I only have 20 of these in there and I wasn't gonna have enough. And I thought, you know what, I can secure it enough where it will be okay without having to overdo it. So this is what I chose to do. I went ahead and for each of the sections, I went ahead and I put 1 per section along the top, okay? And then on the bottom, I chose 1 on this end on the bottom and 1 on this end on the bottom, and it worked just perfectly fine. Now let me get in a little bit closer. I'll move this candle here, and that way you can see it a little bit better. You'll understand where I'm coming from. If you have any questions, ask me about it. It's no problem whatsoever. But again, as you see, it has the different sections to it, and there are 6 total. So I put 1 at each section along the top, okay? And then on the bottom of this, or more the inside, I put 1 here, and then I put 1 over here, a diagonal from each other. I think I have that right. Let's see. Yes. Okay, so 1 is here towards the inside of the wreath form, and then this is the other one that's on the other inside of the wreath form. I hope that makes sense to you, but as you see, it's not going anywhere. It's nice and secure. So I did go back and I grabbed my, oh my goodness, what are these things called? Little wire cutters. So now I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna trim all of this off. I'm gonna trim all these pieces off. Like I said, this is the back side. You're not gonna see it. It's gonna sit flat against the door or wall, so you don't have to worry about that. I did not realize when I purchased these that it says that it has the, with a mounting hole. I mean, it was fine to me. It don't bother me any. But I've never purchased those like that. So there is like a little hole, little extra attachment piece, but I don't think it's going to matter, and they can be cut off, so it's not no big deal. But I did pull on them real tightly and make sure that they were nice and snug. All right, so then also what I want to mention is that I took each one and I'm trying to push it all the way over to where that bar is at in each section, so it's not so noticeable. It kind of blends in next to that bar there. So I do want to mention about that. All right, let me push these back down inside or back there so you can't see them as well. And that's okay if they're kind of sticking out a little bit. Okay, so it looks like that now. Let me move this to the side. All right, So see, isn't that real cute, y'all? You see how easy this DIY was. I just know that when I saw this online, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to make one of those. They're so darling. And like I said, it would be even more cute if you did have some chicken wire ribbon. I would not use regular chicken wire. It's too, what's the word? It's too difficult to work with. You know, I suggest like some sort of like chicken wire ribbon. And I think that would be so super cute. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick which side I want here. And I am going to place my bow. Now, all I did was make a scrap bow. Nothing fancy or anything like that. I learned this trick from my friend Cindy at Mimi's Mixed Bag. And she makes these for her wreaths and things. And so I was like, oh, I want to make one of those. I think that would be cute on there. So all you do is you sit your ribbon down on it's a cross pattern. And so you cross each side of your ribbon, and then you gather it in the middle. So simple. There's not a lot to it. So I'm going to go ahead and attach my bow here. I don't have a whole lot of pipe cleaner left here, so hopefully I can get it on here okay. All right, y'all. So I love the rusticness of this. I just think it's so super cute. I hope that you're able to find a lot of these products. If you're interested in this project, you see it's super, super, super easy. And I just love the way that this turned out. And so if you're looking at trying to do something like this, I hope that I can give you inspiration and that you'll be able to do this as well. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Along with, if you are finding this DIY for the first time and you like the video, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. All right, y'all. Well, thanks for watching. Bye.